I'm here in Dubai and today, I'll talk about food. Sama kayo! Generally, when folks like you and I explore a country, a city, or whatever, part of the thrill is to try out the local food. In fact, as a visitor, there is something beautiful and unique in trying out a native cuisine in its hometown. And Joy likes this one. Now you think I might be overcomplicating things, but in reality, food brings you more than nourishment. Hear me out. Hello. What we have learned from others is that there is a lot you can discover in trying out a local dish. You get to discover a people's history, traditions, and culture through their cuisine. You get to tap into the collective hearts and minds of a people in every bite. It's like getting a peek into the intimate parts of their lives. Yeah, I think that there's a story to uncover in the ingredients, in the flavor, in the cooking methods, and even in the eating traditions. And I think that's something worth exploring and diving into. Now, what's beautiful here in Dubai or in the UAE is that there are limitless options that you can literally sink your teeth into. If you love trying out new cuisines, Dubai does not disappoint. That's because in a country where over 200 nationalities live together in peace and harmony, yep, you got that right, the food scene, it's as diverse as the people. Help me out right here. Of course, there's the Western staples like the French, the Italian. American fast food is everywhere here, of course.
How about the taste of the Balkans?
Yeah, they got it right here. How about the Chinese, Japanese, Korean?
Yep, it's here. How about cuisines from India, Pakistani, Afghan?
Yes, they're all here. There's even a North Korean restaurant, right?
Name it, the UAE has it.
And for a country that imports 80% of its food from overseas, that's a really impressive feat. But that's not what this video is about. Because sometimes, despite having all of these options, you just need to go back to your roots. If trying out foreign dishes take you to places you've never been to before, then eating food from your own locale will take you to what's safe, comfortable, and familiar. Home. And if you're not confident in your own cooking, well, that's what restaurants are for. And I think this is why it's important for me to have Filipino restaurants here in the country. Because not only do they offer to nourish the almost 700,000 Filipinos in the UAE, yes, there's a lot of us here. That's why you think we're everywhere. We're 21% of the population of the country. But they do so also in a way that takes us home and introduces our best dishes and our culture to those who haven't tried it before. So it's always important to support these local businesses here like Bahay Cusina, who has so graciously invited us for a tasting session today. Their concept, by the way, I think is outstanding and unique because not only do they serve Filipino dishes, they also are very creative in that they've made the fusion of some of the dishes. So now the Filipino food is fused with Korean, Spanish, Arabic, and then Chinese. But for now, what we're checking out is a combination of Filipino food and a fusion of Filipino and Korean cuisine. Let me walk you through the dishes that are available right now. We've got Shanghai spring roll, and we have nilagang baka, which is a beef stew. I really love this. We've got their Bahay Cusina fried rice. Bahay Cusina fried rice is very interesting because there's kimchi in it, so there's a twist. Then you also have Bicol Express fried rice. I think I'm gonna like that. And this is how you make Korean kimbap better. You put sisig with it. So this is a fusion of Filipino and Korean influences. And then we have, of course, a sisig. You have a peanut butter stew, which we call kare-kare. And that's what we've got so far. I think it's gonna be exciting. We've been eating for the past 40 minutes, I think. And I think if you got Filipino roots, you'll find enough flavors here to take you back home. You'll find a lot of familiar tastes, a lot of familiar dishes, but also it has enough flavors here that could take you to different places because of the fusion dishes. Hey, I have a question. How do you make kimbap roll much more delicious? You add sisig. On the other hand, if you're non-Filipino, this is a good way to get introduced to Filipino cuisine because you have a lot of familiar flavors here in the Korean fusion, in the Spanish fusion dishes and all. But then these flavors combined with the Filipino dishes, Filipino flavors, take you to our culture and to our hometown. So I think this is something that will appeal to a wide range of people. For instance, I've been talking nonstop about this Korean kimbap. It has sisig inside. So the management is saying that this is the first sisig kimbap in the world. I think it's a very smart idea. Can you imagine the essence of Korean and Filipino in this small bite? Right? What do you think?
Sarap. So good. Very delicious.
Which one did you like?
Happy tummy, happy.
Which one did you like the best?
The kimbap. Yeah. Kimbap sisig roll.
The food is generally amazing. The food is generally great. And I think what will make this restaurant, Bahay Cusina, stand out and stand head and shoulders above all the other Filipino restaurants here in the UAE is their boldness, their creativity, their courage to try different things. For instance, I've probably tasted something that's a first in the whole world. The sisig kimbap is, I think, something that's very unique. So the fusion that they're doing, the experimentation in their efforts to introduce Filipino cuisine to other people, to other non-Filipinos out there is, I think, what will make them stand out. Now, right now, they're just doing delivery. And you can order, the link will be on YouTube. You might want to check them out. But what we can say is that the food is great, it's homey, it's hearty, and not only does it take you home, it also brings you to a lot of other places. Anyway, enough about that. Where was I? As I was saying, if you want to know more about the people, or if you want to know more about other cultures, if you want to explore or find out the unknown, I'm just saying that trying out different cuisines is one way to do so. On the other hand, if you're stuck somewhere and want nothing else but to be at home, than to be comfortable and be in the familiar, just grabbing a bite of your local food or something that's native to your hometown is one way of treating the homesickness that's in you. We are actually here with social media royalty, it turns out. We have a lot of people here from the Filipino community who are setting trends in social media.
Hi!
Can you
Thank
please introduce your...
Oh, hi! Grabe! IMB sa YouTube channel and other social media. And you can also follow us sa aming community media platform, Kape't Pandesal Diary. Ayan. Don't forget,
And we have here Welard.
Yes,
Yes.
hello everyone. Hi sa mga viewers and subscribers ni Ram.
Ram. Yes.
Ayan. So ayan, hello guys. Nandito si Miss Yza.
And I have Miss Yza here.
Hi, hello. Yan, Yza Gene. Nakatago na po.
So I'll be putting some of their social media links below. And they have a lot more reach than me, but if you haven't met them yet, do visit their pages and then subscribe and support.